Guys, remember, at any point during this video, if you have any issues, my WhatsApp number is in the description, so you can reach out to me anytime. Apart from the insanely long wait times that people are facing, yes, people are actually not able to get their visas for 1 year, 500 days in many cases. No one plans a trip to the US 500 days in advance, right? So if your parents have to go, they have to face this wait time. If you have to go for tourism, you have to face this wait time. Tourists are the worst of the lot. Students were also facing such wait times. Right now, the slots have been open for students, but previously rejected ones are not able to see them. So there's a lot of issues and people are not able to actually get their visa slots. That's not even what I'm talking about in this video. That's the least of my concerns. But let me actually tell you what kind of issues are being faced by people at this time with the new visa portal. You may be familiar that the old visa portal, which was perfectly fine, it was working, but they moved to the new one. They removed all access to the previous one. And now the new one has a lot of bugs, a lot of issues, for which I'm going to be telling you a couple of them over here. I'll be also telling you what we've done and what you can do to solve these issues. The first major issue being faced by people is the sign-in issue. That means that when they try to sign in, they see this kind of an error and they're not able to get past it. You know, they can refresh, they can do whatever they want, but they do not get past it. We've actually been able to solve this issue. As you can see in this video, we are solving it live and the person is able to log in. But basically what I'm trying to tell you is that there are fixes for these issues. The second biggest issue you'll see is the MRV fee reflection. So many people pay the visa fee twice, thrice, and then they come to us. The visa fee does not reflect. No matter what you do, it's just not reflecting on the portal. And a major reason for this is not only that the portal itself is faulty, but also that they have had so many claiming issues, essentially because the last visa fee, the MRV fee, was $160 on the previous portal. Now they've increased it to $185. So there's a slight difference. And because of this difference, what is happening is that you're not able to claim this receipt, essentially because the last amount is not matching the current amount. Another major issue is that with dependent addition. So if you're going to the US and you have dependents on your account, or you're going with multiple people basically on an account, God help you, because the MRV fee in most cases does not reflect for dependents. On top of that, in many cases, dependents cannot be added, they cannot be edited. Sometimes it shows that they have a different account previously created, which they may not actually have. So all kinds of issues happening over here also. In many cases, if you go ahead and book a slot, your slot will be booked without the dependent. That means even though you had your father, your mother on an account, your slot is booked, but your parents, they don't really have a slot at all. Which is very weird because they were dependents on the same account, you paid their fee and everything was working out. That's what I'm talking about. People pay the fee multiple times, but they're not able to overcome this issue as well. By the way, all of these issues we have been able to solve. These are just some of them, but please note, on every account it does not solve, because there's a lot of issues on this portal. 90% of the accounts, it's solvable. But there's another issue over here. For instance, point number 4 is certain accounts do not see the slots that other accounts do. So your friend basically are both applying for a certain visa type, right? Could be just F1, let's say, and you're applying for a student visa, they're applying for a student visa, or maybe even going to the same school. But you're able to see the slot and your friend is not able to see the slot, or vice versa, right? Which is worse. So that's again a major issue. But the worst of all of them, the worst of the lot, is essentially number 5, which is terrible support from the US Travel Docs team. In most cases, if you email them, you'll get scripted or automated responses telling you to clear the cookies, log out and log in, try using a different browser, go through an incognito window, but at the end of the day, nothing will fix the issues you're facing. On top of that, until the last portal was there was a pretty decent on-call support. Now this on-call support is almost impossible to reach. I would say it's non-existent at this point. There are support agents, and if you manage to connect with one, you will realize that they don't really know what they're doing. They don't know anything about the situation and they don't know how to fix these issues themselves. So they will keep on basically looping you around the same scenarios. On top of that, they'll give false claims of resolutions that if you do this, it'll be fixed, but it never gets fixed through their resolutions. As you can see in the screenshot over here as well, people are frustrated with this quality of support, especially when they're charging such a huge amount for a visa that most other countries don't. These are actually not even it. There's actually 28 unique issues that we've been able to solve. And as you can see, people are facing these bugs on a daily basis. I'm sure there's more issues even out there, apart from these 28 as well. But 28, we've solved unique issues, and there's more than 28 issues on a portal, and you make it live which is something that is the most important portal for people who want to go to the US. Without that, they cannot go. So my only exhortation from you guys, my only request from you guys is you go ahead on Twitter, at least let people know that this is happening. A lot of people don't really know where to speak out. Go on Twitter. This has happened in the past. A couple years back also, there were slots not opening, minor issues as compared to this one. But we were able to actually improve the situation by basically voicing our opinion, being together and talking about this on the internet. So go ahead, do this. It's very important. On top of that, if some of your issues are solvable, I would personally love to do that. You can WhatsApp me, my number is in the description. If there's anything I can do for you, if some issues are the ones that, out of the 28 ones, we'll let you know. Now, in most cases, in all the cases, it won't work. Yeah. In most cases, it should work though. So you can reach out to me. And if you want to work with us on a one-on-one basis, we've also done 15,000 plus visas. We have the visa application help you can look into, where we guarantee not only your visa slot and fixing of the issues, but your visa approval as well. So there's a lot of things we can do for you. And I hope that this video helps. But the major crux of the whole thing is that raise your voice. Try to make sure that they focus on your opinions, because it's important. Otherwise, they'll never listen. I can assure you of that. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest updates on the visa issues. You can follow me on Instagram. I quite often post about the visa over there as well. And thank you so much for seeing this video. I wish you all the best and see you in the next one.